Borderlands crushed on Steam as games revolt against Gearbox. Modders threatened by new EULA. I gotta know what this is about. Freaking shout out to Doctor Disaster. It's been on YouTube for quite a while. I've seen some of his videos in the past, but I've never reacted to him. And I thought,
What's up, Space Pirates?
what better time to freaking react to this guy than with Borderlands? I freaking love Borderlands, big fan, and let's just say Borderlands 4 is kind of a mixed bag for me. I've been super hyped, super excited for it, but at the same time, they're doing a lot of things that really puts the worry in me. A lot. Anyway, this is Dr. Disaster. Check him out.
This is your Admiral, the boundlessly boisterous Dr. Disaster. And if there's anything that we have learned in the past few years, it's that game studios really ought to avoid the hell out of controversies leading up to the release of their games. The games that embrace controversy have gotten punched right in the face by gamers.
Nah, so for real, Eddie, if you're a game developer, and your game's about to come out, shut up. Shut up. Let the trailer do all the talking. And if people hate the trailer, take it down and let something else do the talking. Don't let the show put some gameplay. Something. I swear, it almost feels like every time a new game comes out, the developers like speedrun trying to get themselves canceled on Twitter. I'm not gonna chew Marathon.
Look at all the games that got caught up in controversy recently, and then look
Marathon.
how they fared. Avowed, as an example, their developers got into a spat with gamers, and it sold like shit.
I promised I was gonna make a review on that, and I haven't made it yet. I might still make the review, but I'll be completely honest. If I make it, it's basically gonna be Avowed, Dragon Age Veilguard, and freaking honestly, I kind of wanna play what's that new one that came out on Xbox 360? The one where you can skip the bosses. But since I have not played Veilguard, and frankly, I kind of don't want to. I didn't want to I didn't know whether I should wait and play Veilguard or not. If in all honesty, at this point, I'm just gonna make the short review on Avowed. I feel like I'm complicating it too much. I'm gonna leave the complicated reviews for Degenerate Weeb. I'm gonna take an example from out of his book, where it's kind of like the more complicated you try to make it, the more artsy fartsy you try to make it, the less you're actually gonna sit down and make it. So I'm just gonna make a very simple review on Avowed and just move on with the rest of my life, because it wasn't that good. But there are certain points I don't want to just sort of throw some trash at you. I want to actually go back, take some footage from my actual stream to give you if I say something, hey, this and this and this was boring. I want to give you an actual example of it. I don't want to just go be out there like this and that and the other, and I've heard this from people. It's like, no, here's what I actually went through during my stream. You know, I like that. I like that.
Embraced LGBT.
Think the Act Man, but way more lazy and less. I don't think he has a budget, right? But less fancy.
Crap.
More straightforward. I'm gonna talk my trash to you.
Bones of the game, and it sold like shit. Star Wars Outlaws featured a homely female.
Oh damn! I forgot about this one.
Girl boss main character in order to piss off gamers, and it sold like shit. You can tell that there is a real change in the.
Yeah, but that game was also broken and buggy. It wasn't even just necessarily that. Cause I was actually I was alright with that. I didn't really care for the female protagonist. I'm actually not I don't really mind that at all. I don't really care for that at all. And I don't think the majority of all gamers across the platform and across just the industry as a whole really do care about having a female gamer. That's such a bad example, right? Because if gamers really hated strong female characters, then we just would not have Expedition 33. Which is predominantly a female cast. No spoilers, but let's just say that not everybody. Well, I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but let's just say for primarily you have this is the cast of main characters. What do you have? You have the one guy Then you have Lune, Mayel, Seal. I guess Monoko, but he's not a guy. He's a freaking whatever the hell that is. And then the big fat Eskie marshmallow guy. You get what I'm saying? Like it does. Like it's not like these are strong female characters. They take the spotlight in the game. The entire, for me at least, the entire game. So it's like it's like, where the frick was I? Oh damn! Like it's just like I like that whole argument, that whole like they made a female character, gamers don't like female character. Like it's all stupid. It's all just stupid.
Air in video game culture recently.
Like people say the same thing about Borderlands because people didn't like the blue haired chick, not Maya, the other one, the little sister. And it's like no, it's not that they hate female characters. It's like nobody cares about her. People liked Maya and people loved Lilith. In fact, we want to see more of them. We just don't care for this one.
Recently, though, these studios
because the character
to
sucks.
Understand that this, arguing with gamers, being adversarial with gamers, it is no way to run a business.
Get that stinking shit out of my face.
And it's
well, here's the problem: is that it's like well, if you want to do that, that's fine. If you own a pizza restaurant, if you own like you get what I'm saying? You got a business that like doesn't need gamers, yeah, go for it. Talk all the smack you want about gamers. But if you're trying to sell video games, you kind of need the gamers for that. Like you kind of have to give them what they want. Otherwise, they're not gonna give you what you want. And, I don't know what you want, but typically it'd be money, no? I would imagine.
With this in mind, that I have to say that Gearbox can't be too happy to learn that parent company Take-Two has put out a new user agreement that a lot of gamers are saying turns their games into spyware, and as a result of this, gamers have
spyware. I'm gonna be real with you. Games are spyware now. Y'all seen the freaking like the amount like have you seen how intricate anti-cheat is on Call of Duty, on Fortnite, on freaking like even on single player games with anti-cheat? The hell exactly are you doing? It's a single player game. What the hell do I need anti-cheat on a single player game for? It's all spyware. It's always been spyware. It's because they can sell your data. Like I'm just saying. Like it's not like it practically already is.
Decided to review bomb the Borderlands games on Steam.
At least now they're putting it in terms of service.
Borderlands 4 is set to come out in just a few months. This is not good for Gearbox at all. It's bad enough that game's trailers haven't been resonating with gamers all that well. The Vault Hunters from Borderlands 4 have been criticized heavily as being bland and flavorless, and a lot of people still have the bad taste of Borderlands 3 in their mouths. The writing in that game...
I gotta be completely honest with y'all, I confused the hell out of them. I have played every single Borderlands. I thought I missed one. No, I have played literally every single Borderlands. I completely forgot what the hell Borderlands 3 was about. That was the one with the two twins. That thing was so freaking forgettable, I forgot the entire game. Nah, because even Penn and Teller were in that one. That one was cool. Penn and Teller were the best part about that. There's a Penn and Teller boss fight where you fight Penn and Teller. That was the best. Well, not them, right? But they're the announcers or whatever. One of the best parts of the game.
Game was disliked.
If not the best part of the game. That's not a compliment, by the way.
People, which makes them less than thrilled about a new entry in the series. So, Borderlands 4 already had some challenges going into its release, and now they have to really hope that this controversy doesn't blow up more, because it isn't exactly optimal timing for Gearbox.
Can I ask a question? How come they don't let you play as a giant fat chick? What's her name? Ellie? Freaking love her. The one that like Scooter's sister. Freaking love that chick. She's amazing.
Is that a bad time?
Like, come on. If you can play as Santiago and Brick, you could absolutely play as freaking Ellie, like, in Borderlands. Get out of here. Would it be ridiculous? Yes, but at the same time, it would be lore accurate. She is a badass. not for nothing, but you know, like ain't that much gravity on Pandora. That's okay. Just use a freaking fire extinguisher.
Make sure you hit
pee on it if you don't got one. It works every time. Oh no, that's electricity though. Don't pee on it. I think you'll go taser you nutsack.
Haven't yet. And also, please consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. Audiobook of a dark fantasy novel I've written is currently available for members only, and there is also a space pirate cartoon that
I'm sorry, there is nothing better than that, like, loot box opening animation for Borderlands. That is so peak.
Working on. The thing is,
you know, like, look at this. Oh, that is so sick.
I've written is currently available for members only, and there is also a space pirate cartoon that I'm working on. The thing is, we can't just complain about what we don't like in culture. We have to provide alternatives to the mainstream crap, where the makers clearly hate normal people. So,
oh, he got a space pirate comic book coming out? I love that. I want to check that out.
I humbly ask.
You know, I actually supported please don't cancel me if he like I haven't checked up on him in a while, right? Don't cancel me if he turns out to be like something like so. I bought Robot Cloud Mafia by Ray William Johnson's. Freaking love it. If I ever meet him, I'd love to get a signature. Did he ever come out with a sequel to that? I gotta look into that.
You consider
that one was a pretty cool one
for as little as $5 per month, because I assure you that I don't hate you. Anyhow, let's talk about this review bombing.
I want to check out his and another like YouTube that like made a comic book is the Clownfish TV. Kiki Sparkles, and I forgot the name. It's Neon. Right, Neon and Kiki Sparkles. There it is, but with a K.
Going on with Borderlands. For once,
right? Something like that. Yeah, they made a comic book. I haven't been able to check it out, but it looked cool. I remember they put out a video talking about it. I just didn't have money at the time.
With a journalist who calls something a review bombing campaign, they aren't using the term.
Yeah, literally every single. This needs to stop. This is so stupid. Every single wave of bad reviews, every single wave of good reviews is a review bomb. Like, what do you mean? Yes, if you make an amazing game, the entire internet's gonna come and like it. Like, is that a like review bomb? Is that a positive review bomb? If you make a crappy game, everyone's gonna come and downvote it. Like, yeah, no duh, it's not a review bomb. It's just the opinion of the public. Like, welcome.
To protect a poorly made video game.
Most people, you know, the intelligent ones would be like, "Oh, people don't like it. Maybe we shouldn't freaking, you know, maybe we shouldn't do this."
Or TV show for once.
Will I still buy this game at $80? Oh, of course not. No, not at all.
They are actually using the term.
No, I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did with Tiny Tina Wonderlands, which is I'm gonna wait until it's well, how much will we get it at? I think we got it like at $15. Didn't we get it like at $10 or $15? We got it on sale.
In what I would call
and then we beat it. Chaos Burrito and I like all bought it at the same time.
Dropping reviews on a game for
it wasn't that cheap. It was like $30 or something like that. I think it was like $30.
But
we bought it on a discount. It was like half off.
Happening in this article here from Games Radar. The article
I'll wait.
Says,
I can wait.
Ahead of Borderlands.
Oh, who knows? It's Take-Two. Maybe they'll even like put it on Xbox Game Pass at this point.
Borderlands 4. Fans of the action RPG series from Gearbox Software are rallying online to share their thoughts on Take-Two Interactive's new terms of service. As pointed out by a player in a recent Reddit thread, the Borderlands games are currently facing a review bomb of sorts on Steam. The debacle.
So it's in the EULA, if this is to be believed, right? We're sort of just reading this off of whatever this is. People are viewing the entire Borderlands series because the EULA changes that can apparently... Because of EULA changes that can apparently gain root-level access to your machine under the guise of anti-cheat software. No. And here's the reason. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not like a super intelligent monkey. I'm not like a freaking, like, genius or anything. I'm not about to sit here and be like, oh, this is the bad, oh, the root access and the blah, blah, blah. No. all I know is that root access means that you basically get like the root of the term. You have access to every single thing on that P effectively. You can install any freaking keylogger, any freaking like program you want. Okay. Here's the issue I have with that. If it was just Take-Two, if it was just Borderlands 4 and it was a perfect world, a perfect utopia where everything is nice and you know all the clouds are made of marshmallows and cotton candy and the grass is actually chocolate that you can eat, like in Willy Wonka, then yeah, I think nobody would have a problem with this. The issue is that like Take-Two, Gearbox, just like Sony, just like Microsoft, just like Apple, just like any company that has ever companied, like any tech company that has ever teched, they can be hacked. And now, all of a sudden, that hacker has access, root level access, to every single PC that you have installed your anti-cheat into. That's what I don't want. I don't want to set up, like, at the end of the day, when it comes to security on your technology, it's about, like, multiple levels of security. You get what I'm saying? Just, so, you set up, you know, a password. You set up two form factor authentication. You set up a freaking notification when you have to sign in. You set up the freaking, you know, you get what I'm saying? I don't want to do the opposite of that, which is adding an extra point of failure. Where now you, because you decided you wanted to do this, I now have to live with the idea that if, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingies, you tell me the truth and warn me if you actually get hacked, because as far as we're concerned, we just might never know whether you get, like, what happens if you get hacked and you just never tell anybody, right? That's, you're asking for way too much out of anybody who's knowledgeable about this stuff, or knowledgeable about computers in general, you're asking way too much of them. And by that, like, logic, it's a little sneaky for people that don't understand any of that stuff, or don't have, like, an understanding of, like, the risks that come with that.
Boils down to
you get what I'm saying? It's
recently updated user agreement.
It's a little sneaky. It's not sneaky, right? Because it's in the EULA. It's in the freaking EULA. In the license agreement. But, you know, at the same time, it gets to the whole conversation of, like, okay, fine, nobody reads it. We all know nobody reads it. But at the same time, that's on you for not freaking reading it, right? But at the same time, hey, forget reading it. They found out about it. Whether they read it or whether they found out about it on Twitter, if it's in the EULA, now they know about it. They're pissed off about it. It's effectively the same as if they read it, right? Like, people don't like this. People want it gone. The choice is now yours. Do you really need... Is this this hill so important for you to die on that you're willing to risk all the potential money that you're going to make from this game? Because people already don't trust you because of Borderlands 3. Is this really a hill worth dying on?
Holding companies.
Yeah, too much of a risk for something that might not even work. Look at Khan's joke of an anti-cheat, and it doesn't even work. It's never worked. It's literally never worked.
People are,
and it makes the game perform worse.
The entire Borderlands series because of end-user license agreement changes that can apparently gain root-level access to your machine under the guise of anti-cheat software. The poster continues, explaining how fans are upset at the prospect of Take-Two collecting personal info like accounts, passwords, telephone numbers, etc. Now, in fairness, there are other outlets.
To be fair, I would wait to see before I take it that far. I don't know. That's hell of an allegation if that's true. That's a lot of information. Fair though. Again, if realistically, if they wanted to, with root access, you could install a keylogger so easily. So easily. And a keylogger, by the way, is just something. A keylogger basically just it basically all it does is it just saves a copy of every single key you press on your keyboard. So every single key you press, it saves a copy onto a document, and then somebody could basically come in and take that document, and you know basically just look for the look in the document until they find an email, and then the thing after that email would probably be the password to your email or the password to whatever login. You get what I'm saying? So that's how a keylogger would work.
But this is actually the case. This article from PC Gamer claims that Take-Two already has access to this information, but the article also reads like they are running cover for Gearbox. But let's skip down to the part of this article here where they talk about a section of this new user agreement from Take-Two that I really don't care for at all, because it
Can I go? Let me go back and just listen to this piece one more time. He said,
down to things that Take-Two already has access to this information, but
"There's nothing exceptional to finding the agreement when you purchase it." Here's the thing: if their argument is, "Hey, Take-Two already had access to this stuff," okay, that makes it worse. If anything, that should piss people off even more because it means they've been sneakily doing this to you this whole time.
the article also reads
That doesn't make it better.
They are running cover for.
Look, you can't be mad that I robbed you, okay? I've been stealing money from you for years. Okay? I've been sneaking bills out of your pocket for years now. You can't get mad at me now because you caught me.
Gearbox. But let's skip down to the part of this article here where they talk about a section of this new user agreement from Take-Two that I really don't care for at all, because it gives Take-Two the ability to ban you simply for using mods, and we just have to trust that Take-Two won't mess up or misuse this newfound power when it comes to modders. The article reads,
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If there's a game, and there's a possibility of me not being able to play that game in the near future, for whatever reason, I don't want to buy that game. That's why I'm like such a big fan of the GOG, the good old games. Like they're doing an entire initiative where they will only allow, or they will only sell video games that are complete experiences that can be left on a hard drive and just played. Period. You don't have to have online all the time, BS, none of that. I like that initiative. I love that initiative. None of that BS. No.
reads the second big point from Hellfire's video.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, you should ban cheaters and all that good stuff. But for mods, that's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I feel like you're trying to take out the cheaters, but you're also gonna be like. Honestly, let's be honest. I don't trust you enough to not to know the difference between like a genuinely okay mod and like one that should be banned. I just don't trust him, I'll be real.
Which, that's the person that originally pointed out the issue with the end user license agreement. But the second big.
And if you're wondering why, there's literally, I forgot what company it was. It might have even been Take-Two. There was a company that got pissed off because they got pissed off and even banned. I believe they either banned or they either banned the creators or banned the actual mods that made the characters sexier. And at that point, it's just starting to get into like, okay, so you basically you're gonna decide what's ban worthy, what's not ban worthy. It starts to get too finicky. I don't like it.
The point from the video is about using mods.
That's like
and
no.
cheats. Take-Two's end user license agreement.
You have way too much control over the video game that I purchased. After I give you the money, I just want you to disappear from my life. I don't want you to be involved anymore. I just want to play my video game. Like, is that too much to freaking ask?
Has a clause that states
I don't want you involved anymore after I buy it from you.
Of illegal or unauthorized
unless it's a live service game like Helldivers, I just don't want you involved anymore.
Means to interfere with or adversely impact any other user's ability to use the servers as intended, which Hellfire claims is bad news for modders all around. The clause could hypothetically be used to crack down on regular modders, but it seems premature to assume it will be, as the whole section is about interfering with other players and ruining their experience with the game while you're playing online or using cheats to access things like DLC that you don't own. But what these guys don't take into account is the fact that most of us don't trust these companies not to ban
That character looks cool.
us for no good reason. What if someone is... But what these guys don't take into account is the fact that most of us don't...
The character looks awesome. Looks badass. Looks amazing. I completely agree with Dr. Disaster here. I just don't trust. Yeah, after Borderlands 3, maybe less on Tiny Tina's, because honestly, it was just a completely different feel for that game. But Borderlands 3 was such a like it was so bad. The story was so bad, and I hated it. I don't know if I could trust them anymore on this.
Trust these companies not to ban us for no good reason.
The best story, the best character stories, the best characters in that game were Sir Hammerlock and the other guy. I forgot his name. The Jacobs guy. Sir Hammerlock and the Jacobs guy. And like their honeymoon inside of the belly of the demon. Best story, best characters in the game. That's saying something when you have all these other freaking characters that are supposed to be like the actual Vault Hunters.
What if someone is a vocal critic of this company and then uses an innocent mod to simply change a character's appearance or something like that? The company could theoretically ban this person for using the mod, citing whatever flimsy excuse they want, considering how adversarial most of the gaming companies have been with large sections of their audience over the past decade. This is not the sort of thing that I'm comfortable with.
By the way, in case you're wondering why that, I sort of just thought about this. In Borderlands 2, at least, the best character was Handsome Jack, the main villain. In Borderlands 1, the best characters, frankly, were the main 4 protagonists. They were aura farmers like crazy. But I would even give it... Yeah, no, they were just aura farmers like crazy, bro. I'm gonna be real with you.
I also don't like the idea...
Like, they even stole the show in the second game, realistically. Alongside with, it was like Handsome Jack.
The agreement basically guaranteeing that they can gain access to my information. The whole thing just plain stinks, and I personally can see why people would be upset. Now, considering that Borderlands 4 is just around the corner, if I were Gearbox...
And then Handsome Jack stole the show in the pre-sequel. Sorry, I'm just sort of thinking about how much better the characters are from the previous Borderlands. It really put me on this, train of thought here, Dr. Disaster. Let's go back. I completely missed this point.
...thing that I'm comfortable with. I also... Most of the gaming companies have been with large sections of their audience over the past decade. This is not the sort of thing that I'm comfortable with. I also don't like the idea of the agreement basically guaranteeing that they can gain access to my information. The whole thing just plain stinks, and I personally can see why people would be upset. Now, considering that Borderlands 4 is just around the corner, if I were Gearbox, right about now, I would be monitoring this situation very closely and developing a plan to manage the PR before it spins out of control. Look at what happened.
Yeah, no, if I was, with the already major controversy of this game being $80, this right here is an immediate, this needs to be deleted. We gotta get rid of it. It needs to go away, and it needs to be Thanos snapped out of existence. Nobody's paying $80 for freaking malware. That's why they need the extra $20, by the way. It's for the malware.
Happened last year with Helldivers 2, and something as simple as the requirement for PSN for Steam users. Look at Stellar Blade and the changes they made to the outfits of that game, and how chunks of people who normally would have purchased that game decided not to grab it. Both of those ended up being successful games.
Bro, they added Nikke characters to Stellar Blade, didn't they? I'm gonna buy that game when it comes out on Steam. Let me know if you want me to play that game on stream, chat. Stellar Blade.
But their success,
I heard it's coming out on Steam soon.
For sure. The
it's not already out.
Can damage the sales of games, any game, and the controversy can end up being just about anything. And in a world where the industry is struggling at large and studios need every sale they can muster, well, this needs to get dealt with sooner rather than later if you're Gearbox. If I were them, I'd put out a statement clarifying how the agreement will be used. I would do my best to reassure gamers that everything will be okay. In the best case scenario, they would change the agreement to make gamers happy. But that might be hard to do since it was released by parent company Take-Two. We'll see what happens though. But I'm gonna leave it there. What do you make of this controversy? Do you get why people are upset, or do you think this is all an overreaction? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks.
I don't feel like it's an overreaction. I think it's fair. If anything, I feel like not a lot of people are going to be dissuaded by this. I feel like the majority of people are going to be dissuaded by the price tag. Another section of people are going to be dissuaded by the previous failures, story-wise or otherwise, from previous Borderlands games. I think this is just going to be another extra drop in the bucket. It's a couple of drops, not just one, right? But honestly, this is not going to be the major reason why. If this game fails, I don't think this is going to be the major reason why. But it definitely adds to the turd cookie, so to speak. Like, this is not good. It's just adding an extra bit of, like, controversy to an already struggling game that's, like, gonna be seeing a whole, like, lot less sales than I feel like it's gonna be seeing a lot less sales than what potentially it may have gotten in years prior, let's say. But who knows as well? I mean, the trailer was pretty solid. I do see a lot of people showing some, like, attention to the game, but I don't know. I don't know, I feel like since Borderlands 3, too many people have just not... Like, the hype for the games has really died down a lot, you know? But we'll see. We won't know until the game actually comes out.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral...
Whoops.
...to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.
Hey, we love booty here. Alright, monos, please be sure to go drop him a like, go drop him a sub, all that good stuff. I've been watching Dr. Disaster for a while. I just haven't reacted to him on the channel. Phenomenal video. Well put together. Absolutely amazing. Please go and show some love. Ayoo, monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Salut!